Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and gives this video a thumbs up. The Bachelor 28's Joey Graziadei has been marking off items on his 30 before 30 bucket list, which could indicate that he is ready to go down the aisle with Kelsey Anderson. When Joey began his Bachelor adventure, he had no idea how dramatically his life would change. The 29-year-old tennis star made his broadcast debut on season 20 of The Bachelorette. He fell in love with Charity Lawson and made it to the final two. When she handed her last rose to instead, Joey was given a second chance at love on network television. They say that when one door shuts, another opens, which is exactly what occurred to Joey. After being rejected by Charity, he received the consolation prize of a lifetime when he was cast as the lead of The Bachelor season 28. He began opening night by greeting 32 women, including Kelsey Anderson, 26. After a season of extravagant dates, Joey and Kelsey got engaged. It has been more than a year since the final rose ceremony, and they are still going strong. Joey's completion of his 30 before 30 bucket list could be an indication that he's ready for marriage. Since The Bachelor, Joey has been crossing off items from his 30 before 30 bucket list. He has been documenting his voyage on social media, where he has gathered a large following. Joey crossed off several items on his own, such as taking a culinary class or going on a trip with his father. Joey crossed off many of the tasks with Kelsey, such as going ice skating in New York City and attending the Super Bowl together. Joey and Kelsey went to Disneyland and shared images from their enjoyable day on Instagram. Joey's list included learn to dance, which he checked off with gusto. After getting engaged on The Bachelor season 28, Joey competed on Dancing with the Stars season 33, where he won the entire season. Joey has since toured with the Dancing with the Stars live performance. Joey and Kelsey got engaged in November 2023, when The Bachelor season 28 concluded production, so it's been 18 months. It's understandable, given the length of the engagement. Joey and Kelsey were complete strangers until they met on the first night of the show's production. Fans may be itching for another Bachelor wedding, but Joey and Kelsey's decision to take their time is understandable. Joey and Kelsey recently shared when they plan to marry. During a recent Sports Illustrated swimsuit interview, they revealed that they plan to marry in the summer of 2027. The Bachelor season 28 stars admitted they intended to do it in 2026, but were overwhelmed by how soon it was. "We really don't want to be stressed," Kelsey remarked. They've already engaged a wedding planner, and fans of The Bachelor can look forward to the wedding. When Joey Graziadei set out to complete his 30 before 30 bucket list, he probably didn't realize that he was also paving the path toward one of the most meaningful transitions of his life, marriage. As one of the most beloved leads in recent Bachelor history, Joey captured hearts across the country not just because of his athleticism or his charm, but because of his emotional sincerity and deep commitment to growth. For him, the bucket list wasn't merely a series of daredevil challenges or whimsical personal goals. It was a blueprint for maturity, for transition, and perhaps most importantly, for readiness. And for fans who followed him since he first stepped out of that limo on Charity Lawson's season of The Bachelorette, each checkmark on that list has felt like a countdown, not just to his 30th birthday, but possibly to the moment he'd walk down the aisle with Kelsey Anderson. It's remarkable to consider the twists and turns that led Joey to this place. At 29, he's already been a finalist on The Bachelorette, the leading man on The Bachelor, the winner of Dancing with the Stars, and a rising social media personality. His initial foray into reality TV came not from a thirst for fame, but from a genuine openness to love. Viewers will remember how deeply he fell for Charity, making it to her final two and even beginning to imagine a future with her. When she chose someone else, many fans felt his heart break as if it were their own. But the most compelling thing about Joey was how he handled that moment. With grace. With maturity. And with an open heart. That same openness would lead him to say yes when producers called him with an offer to become the next Bachelor. From the moment Joey began his season as the Bachelor, he approached the role with quiet intensity. He wasn't there to play games. He wasn't there for headlines. He was there because he still believed in the idea of finding love, even if it meant doing so on national television. On night 1, he met 32 women, each bringing their own hopes, nerves, and carefully rehearsed limo exits. But one stood out almost immediately: Kelsey Anderson. A 26-year-old marketing executive with a calm demeanor and a disarming smile, Kelsey managed to make an impression not with grand gestures but with genuine connection. Their first conversation set the tone for what would become one of the most compelling love stories the franchise had seen in years. Their journey wasn't without its bumps. Every Bachelor season is engineered for drama, and Joey's season was no exception. There were tears. There were rivalries. There were moments of doubt. But through it all, Joey and Kelsey kept finding their way back to each other. Their conversations deepened. Their chemistry became undeniable. By the time they reached the fantasy suites, fans had already made their predictions. It would be Kelsey. It had to be. And it was. In a windswept proposal filmed in a remote tropical paradise, Joey dropped to one knee and asked Kelsey to be his wife. She said yes, and the couple shared a kiss that felt like a fairy tale finale. But for Joey and Kelsey, it was only the beginning. Now, nearly 18 months after that final rose ceremony, the couple remains rock solid. In an era where many Bachelor engagements crumble under the weight of real life, Joey and Kelsey have taken a different approach. They've chosen patience over spectacle, intentionality over immediacy. And their fans, who've watched every step of their journey, have embraced their slow and steady pace. Joey's 30 before 30 bucket list has been both a personal mission and a shared experience. It began as a list scribbled down in the back of a journal during a solo retreat to Big Sur in his mid-20s. He wanted to make the most of his 20s, not just with accomplishments, but with growth. As he explained in one of his Instagram posts, it wasn't about ticking boxes. It was about learning who I am and who I want to be when I walk into the next decade of my life. Some items on the list were deeply personal: taking a father-son trip to the Grand Canyon, learning to cook his grandmother's signature lasagna, reading 30 books in a year. Others were adventurous: skydiving in Hawaii, paddleboarding in Iceland, attending the Super Bowl. Many were shared with Kelsey, and in those moments, fans could see the genuine joy they brought to each other. One of the most memorable items on the list was learn to dance. For Joey, this wasn't just a nod to a lack of rhythm. It was a symbolic challenge, getting out of his comfort zone, embracing vulnerability. When he was offered a spot on Dancing with the Stars season 33, he hesitated at first. Reality TV had already altered his life once. Was he ready to do it again? But Kelsey encouraged him. "You've always said you wanted to be brave," she reminded him. Thanks for watching. If you likes this video, do not forget to subscribe my channel and do not miss any update.